I be styling on niggas, I put it on, yeah.
The restoration hardware inside the just con.
What's good, man? It's your boy Triplebeamen. Another episode of the Put On, man. I'm here with the incomparable rapper, singer, producer, engineer, skateboard enthusiast, this cultural fashion icon in the making.
For sure.
Pillar of his community, entrepreneur, business owner, the great Monty. How you doing, bro?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's going on, my boy?
My dog. We here in your beautiful facility, downtown Winston-Salem, my hometown.
Sir. Welcome to the compound.
Man, it's a privilege to be here. I came to the event a few weeks back. Super dope event. I ain't never seen nothing like this in this city, so I do want to commend you and your partners, man. And thank you for just letting me in the space, man.
Oh yeah, big time.
All right, man. For the people who don't know, man, let the people know who is Monty.
Yeah, so it's interesting that keeps evolving, but I would say at the core, Monty's a pop rap artist from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. If you're interested in like Kyle, Smino, Lil Yachty, J. Cole-ish type sound, a lot of my stuff falls in that same bubble. With a lot of leaning towards, I would say my original sound is very like Chance the Rapper met Kyle, and they like smashed together. So like sometimes the songs be like that, and then sometimes the songs be on the other side of the spectrum, which is more of that like Smino, J. Cole feel. But it works out, man. Like, even though those are artists that a lot of people listen to, like, when my stuff come on, you for sure know it's different, man. It stands out.
Nah, for sure. One of the artists you mentioned is Chance the Rapper. That's somebody I would draw a comparison, even though you got your own style, your own spin on it. It's like kind of that music you can play anywhere. And I think you pride yourself on that.
Yeah, on purpose, man. On purpose.
Yeah, making a more worldwide sound. Now, of course, we're here in your establishment, the compound.
Yes, sir.
Downtown Winston-Salem, man. A dope hub for just creatives in general. Whether you're a videographer, photographer, you're a producer, singer.
Yeah.
This is gonna be the hot spot, man. So just want to let y'all know. I do want to ask you, man, how important is it to have an establishment like this in a city like this?
Yeah. Well, it's interesting, right? Because like we're in a place that like really hasn't been tapped before. There's a lot of artists, creatives like from all over, but I don't think that real like artist hustle mentality like is at the core of the city yet, right? There's little pockets of artists and people doing that in like separate ways, but like you really know it's thriving when that's like happening together, right? So like great example, dude. I'll always go out to like LA or Austin or like Atlanta, and it's like sessions. Every day's happening.
Everybody just like-minded.
Yeah,
like,
meeting new artists. Let's go make some content together. Yeah, let's go make content together. Like all these different things, right? And we came together on some like, yo, we're trying to build that in Winston-Salem too, because like that's how people are really going to make it out in a way. Like it's crazy to think. Like I'm just now meeting like a lot more artists that have like sort of quietly made it out, you know what I mean? But everyone's setting them, but there's no real like champion for the city, like nobody that's like, you know, this is where I've been, and then now bringing people back to like really do some stuff. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do, man. I got a lot of contacts from like traveling and doing all this music stuff, and I'm trying to bring them in the city with me to really see like what's going on.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that, like, because a lot of people who have pushed that creative line or like went outside those boundaries from a place like this, they kind of left, and they either came back and left again, or they, you know, left and went to a bigger market to get established, then come back. So I think it is important for us to keep something like this in the city, to let people know, yo, it can be a grassroots foundation. You can actually make it from here, and we need more hubs like this.
Yeah,
how does it feel to be sitting inside your own establishment, man? Something that you put your your sweat equity in. I came in here a couple months ago, man. Wasn't none of this here. You
Yeah.
was kind of building it yourself. So how does it feel to be like actually sitting into something that came into fruition?
Yeah. It's super cool for real, for real. Like we started it, and like it's crazy because my business partner is a very like, let's get stuff on paper, let's really like map it out. And I'm a very like, okay, I see the vision in my head, let's go do it,
Let's do
right?
it, yeah.
And like, it's crazy because like when we started, it was very like, I don't know how we're gonna do this. It's gonna take a lot of money to like make it look good, put everything together, and like just to be able to like have stuff happen. Um, it worked out really, really well, like piece by piece. And I think like one of the greatest examples was like music studio, right? Where like I was telling them like, just let me like,
Yeah.
work in this weird artistic brain I got right here, and
Mhm,
it'll come
mhm.
together. And like that, it really did. Like we got it looking like crazy in there, and the sound is just like
Oh yeah,
cut right. So like,
sound immaculate.
yeah. So I just showed you a demo that's like not even really mixed like too crazy or nothing like that, but like it's clean, right? And I think
Mm.
even that is like something that a lot of artists like would want in a city, because it's like there's tons of engineers, tons of studios, yada yada yada. But
Yeah.
it's like having something clean, right? It's still
Yeah.
hard to find,
Yeah, like
right?
that state of the art sound.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. Now as some of y'all can see, I do have on Compound brand, man. Made this shirt a couple weeks ago.
yes sir.
I want to ask you, like, now that you are running business, how are you finding that balance, like between, yeah, I'm a full-time artist and I gotta run business as well. So how you
Yeah.
finding that
Yeah,
balance?
yeah, yeah. I think what we're gonna try to do with our model is like really just make me the champion of the business, right? And like alongside the career achievements and different things that I come upon, like a lot of the content and other stuff that I'm doing, like the business coincides that. So as
Mm.
Monty's stock raises, the compound stock raises, and it brings more eyes and people wanting to like do stuff. And like that's our goal. We want to bring,
Hmm.
and obviously we want the artistic community in Winston Salem, but like I want to get people from LA up in here, like whether it's
Yeah.
them like doing something or just like educating the people in Winston Salem on a move that they're currently doing, because this part of the market isn't there yet, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
we may be months or years behind in Winston Salem
Nah,
before
for
we get
sure.
to that point. So just kind of bringing everything together. That's what I'm really gonna try to do. I'm gonna try to go crazy next year with the content and like just showcase the business as much as I can.
Now, in your own space, you got a show coming up
Yes, sir.
January 13th, I believe.
11th.
January 11th. Um, kind of not biting Tiny Desk, but kind of in that same realm, kind of a live show
Yeah.
that's gonna be recorded.
Yeah.
Um, what should the people expect when they come through and see the live show?
Yeah, it's gonna be a real intimate thing, for real, for real. Like, um, not too many people can fit in that room.
Yeah.
We got a green wall that I think we're gonna be on, so that way I could do some edits and stuff afterwards. But it's gonna be a real intimate feel, for real, for real. Nothing crazy. Like I said, we're gonna cap it out, but I want as many people as would love to be a part of, like, what's being built here, to come to that, to see what we have, and how we're really trying to expand the audience in this place. But I think it's gonna be a super dope event. I have not done an event with a full band. I've
It's
done
gonna be
events
hard.
with pieces here
It's
and
gonna be hard.
there, different things. So this will be like very exciting for me.
Now, I'm privileged and I'm honored to be able to hear a few records before they even come out. Trust me, they fire. Uh, but kind of tell the people what they should expect. 2024, we're a couple days from 2024 officially. This will probably come out in the new year. So what should the people expect from Monty? Top of the year, first quarter. I got a feeling you gonna be blazing shit, but
I'm beating it down, man.
yeah.
I'm gonna have the music from the left and right. I think like I really got into that artistic stigma bubble of like holding it back, trying to do all this other stuff. But at the era that we're in, man, like people know about you the more they see you. So I'll be going crazy. The first song, the warm up, is going to be coming out midnight, kind of the 12th, 11th, whatever. It's midnight on the 12th, but
Yeah.
it coincides with that event, right? Had an event, played a song during the event. Yo, this comes out tonight. Go stream that and do that. But it's gonna be real like dope. And I'm really including music with like people that I really interact with too, and that's like the biggest thing for me is that like I don't really care about your stature, accolades. Obviously, I want to work with bigger artists that are doing bigger things, but like for me, friendship comes first and foremost. And it's like if you really a good artist and you around me, you got good energy, and I know you're not trying to do some snake stuff. Like
Yeah.
we for sure.
I think that's important too. Like, not just hey, send me a record or whatever. Send me a record through the email. Like, yo, I actually got organic relationships with these people, and I feel like, do you feel like that makes the music like when it comes out, it makes it more like solid, or it just sounds better? Like,
Oh, 100%. And I think it really depends on like the relationship and how you know the people and like what you trying to craft too. I think something unique is that like because I've had to do this solo journey, for a while, like I know how to like pull an artist into studio, like this is what we need, click, 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 and go through it and like speed run it and like make it. And that's what I need this year. Like this year it can't really be like a sing you something, 3 months, like maybe it does, it doesn't come. Like the way I'm trying to put out music is like at a rapid pace, maybe like every 3 weeks or something like that. Maybe even shorter, just depends. But like I'm really gonna be like, yo, if we trying to craft a song, let's do it because I am a known like, sit on something for 6 months, etc., etc. I'm not trying to be that way right now. This year I'm trying to really like stick to my guns every week for the past 3 weeks. I finished the song every week, or at least finish my portion to be able to move the song forward. And I'm trying to stay on that. And like, I'm not saying every single person I work with needs to go to that standard, right? But I'm saying that I'm trying to knock these songs out and put them out. Like that's the era we're in.
the era. I'm glad you said that. The era that we're in, like the kind of the temperature of the game. Do you feel like it is that pressure to like, yo, I gotta stay on their necks every few weeks? I gotta be smacking them because you know what I'm saying. You take that 4 6 month break and then it's like, man,
Who is
who is this? So do you think like the social media era or the era that we in, it kind of puts that pressure on artists to like, yo, I need to be dropping, and then as well as dropping, it need to be fire.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But so artists that I was listening to talk on this, something that he said is that like you're really when you're doing it like this, you're making music so often and so much that like you're able to easily weed through the ones that are like and then get to the ones that are fire. But for me, it's just trying to be intentional with the songs that I'm making. Like if I'm making it and I feel I'm trying to keep it pushing,
Got
right?
you.
But like the ones that I'm like, oh yeah, that's the ones that I'm really like trying to push out and keep going. I think on top of like maybe having to do this rapid music thing, like you got to give something that is a little bit more palatable long term too to really make things uh, counterbalance well. So for me, maybe that's like longer forms of content and different things like that I got planned.
Outside of music, of course, music is going to be the like the vehicle to a lot of things. What other realms do you see yourself going into? Because you are a artist that wears a lot of hats. So I've seen it
Yeah.
personally, and I know you want to be into other things. So what are
Oh
some of
yeah.
those other things you want to
Yeah.
venture out into?
For me, like business is key. That's what I'm focused on, right? And I'm trying to. I think the biggest thing for me in 2024, I do have a lot of stuff that I'm trying to venture off into, but I think the brand of Monty is the biggest side venture I'm really gonna be focusing on, because I'm doing all these like extreme sports and different things that like I love to do. And like there's obviously companies in those fields that love to, promote people doing these things. So I'm trying to really like smash those two together, because it's like, I'm spending money on clothes, skateboards, all these things. Like how can I make something work to where, you know what I mean? I'm not spending my own money on this, but I am like doing something that works. And I think I've had this vision for a while, and that's why like even with the music, man, like I try to keep the music not PC, but like very like widely like reachable, man. Just for that factor of like, you know what I mean? Like I am thinking about my brand. I am thinking about what I want. I am thinking about the side things I'm trying to get going on. And then, a lot of my music, I'm trying to make it to also coincide with like film and television. That's a whole side bag.
Yeah. Now you're into the like sync licensing and things. Um, Kind of give some advice to artists who might want to get into that space. You just mentioned like you make music kind of like I said, for everybody.
Yeah.
Something that could go, hey, your grandma can listen to it,
Yeah.
or your little sister can listen to it. It's
Yeah.
like it's kind of a worldwide field. So for artists who do want to get into like sync licenses and they want
Yeah.
their music to be accepted by these corporate brands and things of that nature, how should they go about that?
You gotta have your business right first, for real, because the issue isn't you getting your music placed in this stuff. The issue is like, is the beats that you're using not sampled? Is everything cleared? Is there a bunch of people on the song like left and right? Because if there is, no, that's a no go, right? Like, is it kind of generic or following a storyline that like doesn't hit too close to home to like different areas? Like there's a lot of guidelines that you gotta follow alongside. And like some artists are just very good at being able to like make their regular music work with that, and some aren't, right? Like somebody I really look up to in that field was, like Vince Staples, Isaiah Rashad, like both of those people like did that lane. And it's like, the music that they put out that people widely liked is sync music.
Man, that's crazy you say that. Like, yeah, Vince Staples put out that Magic song. I done heard that on like 4 different shows. So like, that's dope. Now you had a big record this year, one of my favorite records this year, and I'm not just saying that because I consider you a friend. But Good Day.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Just hit like 14K.
yeah, man. I watch you hustle this record, work this record, and it is one of those records. Yo, I could play that for my mom, and she gonna be satisfied with that. I could play this for somebody in the hood, and it's gonna strike some kind of emotion. Like, who doesn't want to have a good day?
Yeah.
So I do want to ask you, what does a good day consist of for Monty?
Honestly, man, every day is a good day. And I think a lot of people like say that, but it's really like a mindset thing. For me, like I'm trying to change my life right now. I'm trying to change my mindset, trying to change the way that I live, right? And like me starting my day out with the intention of having a good day, no matter how many bad things are thrown at me, makes the day a good day to me, right? Me waking up and reminding myself, nah, today's a good day, no matter what. So like even if I go have a fight, right, I'm just like, nah, it's still a good day. I'm not gonna spend time like thinking, focusing on that, because I was telling somebody yesterday, man, I'm not living for the day, man. I'm living for like 3 years from now.
Yeah. 20 years, 25 years. Like the things that we set in place right now are gonna affect us down the line.
Oh
now,
yeah.
Are we gonna get like a visual for some of these upcoming? I know you said you're gonna be big on the content, so we're gonna get like visuals for all the singles. Or
yeah, man, I'm working with my boy Boss this year to really try to everything. Try to get some visuals for everything. My other boy Jameer, like anything that I can do to like get some.
Word. Anything you want to plug? Like I said, this will probably come out in the new year. So anything you want to plug, anything you want to tell the people to be on the lookout for?
Yeah. Pretty sure pretty soon I'm gonna have my like own little group on Instagram when this comes out, and then that'll lead to a subgroup that I'll have made just for me, Monty's Sunroom. So, yeah, join it, please, and stay on the lookout. Follow me, Instagram, TikTok, wherever you be at.
Well, let them know the social media. I'm gonna put a lower third in place, but yeah,
everywhere is loved by Monty. LOVEDBYMONTY.
Now, last question. I met you as Monty the
Hokage.
What went into the name change? Like, cause like I like the other name, but
Monty the Hokage.
Yeah. So what went into the name change?
Yeah, man. I mean, I liked it too. I think it was cool. I think that it did what it needed to do as an artistic name. But I haven't even given up anime either. I'm still a huge like anime person.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I just felt like different era of me and what I was trying to do, and I'm trying to like be a little bit more serious with like the stuff that I'm trying to do. And I think maybe the connotation like didn't strike me as serious a lot of times. I think the biggest thing you could do is like listen to the people that leave comments on your videos, the people that actually watch, right? It's like streaming now. Like the chat tells you what's hot, what's not, etc., etc. And like a lot of comments I saw throughout the years is that like a lot of people weren't rocking with the name, right? And it was one of the things is like I didn't change the name because those specific people, but it's like when you get a wide enough margin of people, it's like, all right, man, like let me start thinking about other things that like make a little bit more sense. And although Monty is very generic, I'm hoping that I'm able to stand above the rest, right? Right now it's just me versus Fetty Wap's Monty. So if I take over that spot, I'm good to go.
I forgot about bruh. But
Hey, that's good.
Shout out to bruh. Shout out to bruh. Man, like I said, man, this is an artist y'all need to be on the lookout for if you're not already on it. I'm not just saying this because it's my friend, but dope, talented guy. We're in his establishment, the Compound, downtown Winston-Salem, man. So all my creatives, this is a space where you can come create, come build. And man, I appreciate you having me in the space, man.
Yes, sir.
Monty, man, on the put on, my guy.